Think you know what real power feels like? Think again. Dodge doesn't just build cars, they build beasts. 6 legendary V8 engines that destroy the competition with jaw-dropping horsepower. These engines are the backbone of muscle car dominance, and they're about to take you on a ride you'll never forget. From the Hemi-powered monsters to track-dominating supercharged engines, Dodge has unleashed some of the most insane V8s to ever grace the road. Get ready to feel the adrenaline because these engines are about to blow your mind. Let's dive in. Chrysler 426 Hemi V8 Elephant, 425 horsepower. Let's start with an engine so powerful, it literally changed the game. The Chrysler 426 Hemi V8 Elephant. When it hit the streets in the 1960s, it was untouchable. Packed with 425 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque, this engine wasn't just made for speed, it was made to rule the racetrack. Originally designed for NASCAR, it was so powerful that the Racing League had no choice but to ban it for being too much of a threat. It was installed in the Dodge Charger, Coronet, and Plymouth Barracuda, setting the stage for some of the most iconic muscle cars of all time. But here's the kicker. The 426 Hemi wasn't just a race car engine. It also found its way into street versions of these muscle cars, with a slightly tuned-down version to make it street legal. Even with the adjustments, the 426 Hemi still packed a serious punch, delivering unmatched acceleration and top-end power. The engine's reputation for being almost indestructible made it the engine of choice for enthusiasts and racers alike. And while production ended in the early 70s, the engine's legacy lives on today as one of the most iconic V8s in history. Now, let's talk about the crazy stuff. After it was retired, some of these engines were heavily modified and pushed to the extreme. We're talking about nitromethane-fueled versions of the 426 Hemi, making 11,000 horsepower and able to reach 300 miles per hour in just under 4 seconds. Yes, you heard that right, 11,000 horsepower. So while the street version may have been tamed, the 426 Hemi proved to be a true monster that would go on to shape future generations of Dodge V8 engines. The 426 Hemi remains a milestone in Dodge's legacy of performance, and even though we've come a long way in automotive technology, this engine will forever be remembered as a game changer that brought Dodge to the forefront of American muscle. Dodge 392 Hemi Apache V8, 485 horsepower. Next up is the Dodge 392 Hemi Apache V8, a 6.4-liter monster that redefined what Dodge could do in the modern muscle car scene. When it was introduced in 2011, this engine delivered 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque, a significant jump from its predecessor, the 5.7-liter Hemi. The 392 Apache quickly became one of Dodge's most popular engines, found in the Challenger SRT and Charger SRT, giving these cars the raw power they needed to compete with the best. But the 392 Apache isn't just about brute force, it's also about precision engineering. Dodge engineers fine-tuned this engine for maximum efficiency, creating an engine that could handle both everyday driving and track-level performance. Its ability to deliver incredible acceleration without sacrificing reliability made it an instant favorite among enthusiasts. Whether you were burning rubber on the street or carving corners on the track, the 392 Apache could handle it all with ease. As the engine evolved, it became known for its versatility. It was offered in both high-performance sedans and sports cars, and it even found a home in the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, proving that the 392 Apache could thrive in a variety of platforms. Dodge made sure this engine wasn't just about power. It was about delivering a well-rounded driving experience with smooth power delivery and the kind of acceleration that made drivers feel like they were in a race car. The 392 Apache is a shining example of how Dodge has balanced muscle with sophistication, and it continues to live on in modern models, further cementing Dodge's place as a leader in V8 performance. Dodge Hellcat 6.2-liter Hemi V8, 717 horsepower. Now, it's time to talk about one of the most iconic engines in modern muscle car history, the Dodge Hellcat 6.2-liter Hemi V8, with 717 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque. The Hellcat engine set the world on fire when it was introduced in 2015. It wasn't just powerful, it was a game changer, making the Charger and Challenger SRT Hellcat some of the fastest production cars ever built. It's the kind of engine that gets your heart racing every time you hear it roar to life. But what makes the Hellcat so special isn't just the horsepower, it's the way Dodge crafted an engine that was unrelenting in its performance. With its supercharged architecture, the Hellcat packs 9.5 psi of boost, enabling it to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds. That's insane for a car of its size. The Hellcat's power isn't just felt in short bursts either. It maintains its strength over long stretches, allowing you to feel the surge of power with every push of the pedal. What's more, the Hellcat is built for versatility. While it's capable of drag strip domination, it's also refined enough to handle everyday driving with ease. Dodge made sure this engine could handle both aggressive driving and highway cruising without compromise. Whether you're looking for acceleration, top speed, or the thrill of the muscle car experience, the Hellcat delivers on all fronts, making it one of the most well-rounded V8 engines ever built. To this day, the Hellcat remains an icon in the muscle car world, pushing the limits of what a modern V8 engine can do. It's an engine that embodies the spirit of American muscle, with unapologetic power and a growl that will be heard for generations. Dodge supercharged Hemi V8 Demon, 840 horsepower. When Dodge unleashed the Challenger SRT Demon with its supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8, it shattered expectations. The engine generates a mind-boggling 840 horsepower and 770 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the most intense engines ever put in a production car. The Demon wasn't just about breaking records. It was designed to be the ultimate drag race monster, capable of 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.3 seconds and running the quarter mile in 9.65 seconds, a feat that made the Demon the fastest production car in the world at the time. Dodge took the Hellcat V8 and gave it a serious upgrade, increasing the engine's power with a larger supercharger, higher boost, and a variety of reinforced internal components. The result was a car that could outperform nearly anything on the market while still being street legal. With the Demon, Dodge redefined what it meant to be a muscle car, offering a vehicle that could go from street racing to track dominating in an instant, all with a level of precision and control that made the engine's power feel effortless. While the Demon was designed primarily for drag racing, it still offered incredible versatility for everyday driving. Despite the massive power under the hood, Dodge made sure the Demon remained surprisingly manageable, allowing drivers to unleash that power when they needed it and keeping things civilized when they didn't. This combination of track-ready ferocity and street-friendly manners made the Demon a standout in Dodge's lineup of performance cars. The Demon remains a legend to this day, proving that extreme power and track-ready performance don't have to be mutually exclusive. It's a monster of an engine that will go down as one of the greatest V8s Dodge ever built. Dodge Hellcat 6.2-liter V8 D170, 1,025 horsepower. The Dodge Hellcat 6.2-liter V8 D170 is the most powerful engine ever put in a production vehicle by Dodge. This engine makes an astonishing 1,025 horsepower and 945 pound-feet of torque, making it the ultimate performance machine in the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170. It can go from 0 to 60 miles in just 1.66 seconds, smashing every record for production cars. This is the car that takes Dodge muscle to the extreme, proving that when it comes to raw power, Dodge knows no limits. The D170 engine runs on E85 ethanol, which provides the extra boost needed to hit 1,025 horsepower. This engine is all about extreme acceleration, uncontrollable speed, and a no-compromise approach to power. Whether you're on a prepared racetrack or hitting the streets, the D170 delivers a level of performance that's simply unbelievable. It's not just the numbers that matter, it's the real-world performance that makes the D170 engine a true marvel of engineering. Dodge Direct Connection 7.0-liter V8 Hellcat A30, 1,000 horsepower. The Dodge Direct Connection 7.0-liter V8 Hellcat A30 is a true game-changer in the world of performance engines. With a 1,000 horsepower and 950 pound-feet of torque, this crate engine takes Dodge's V8 performance to unprecedented levels. Designed for competitive racing and track domination, the Hellcat A30 was built to push the boundaries of what a muscle car engine could do. Featuring an all-aluminum block and a 3.0-liter supercharger, this engine is ready to deliver blistering acceleration and brutal power on the track. While it's not available in production vehicles, the Hellcat A30 is part of Dodge's Direct Connection lineup. allowing enthusiasts to drop this powerhouse into their custom cars. It's not just about the raw numbers. This engine is about bringing the ultimate performance experience to those who dare to challenge the limits of what a muscle car can achieve. Whether you're building your dream drag racer or need the engine that outperforms everything else on the road, the Hellcat A30 is the engine that defines ultimate power. There you have it, 6 of the most powerful Dodge V8s ever created. These engines have changed the game, pushed boundaries, and redefined what it means to have raw, unrelenting power under the hood. Dodge has always been about performance, and with these legendary V8s, they've proven time and time again that when it comes to muscle cars, they don't hold back. Which of these powerhouses get your blood pumping? Drop a comment below, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe for more high-octane content here on Tiremarks.